As a business leader, if you find yourself in the unfortunate circumstance of having to conduct a mass layoff, there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way to do things, like almost anything in life. So we'll touch on a few of the right ways to go about this mass layoff. Although it won't be pleasant, if you do things in the proper way, it should be the least uncomfortable experience for everyone. So the first thing that you want to do is you need to get everyone in the company together, and you need to explain to them what is happening and why it's happening. Most importantly, why it is happening. It's not a byproduct of one department or one team or an individual's poor performance. It is a byproduct of the company as a whole failing to meet their financial goals. To go one step further, it's more than likely a byproduct of some poor leadership. Otherwise, the financial goals more than likely could have and would have been met. So as a business leader, it also is time for you as the leader of the company to own what's happening, to acknowledge what's happening, and to make sure that everyone understands is not the people being affected by the layoff are not the only ones who perform poorly or something like that, but on a whole, the company did not hit its financial targets. Another thing you want to do is to train management to conduct the layoffs themselves, right? So it's not HR's job to do the dirty work, to clean up the mess, as some might say. People on a day-to-day basis interact with their direct manager and their team, and so that is who they should hear the news from. That's where the conversation should happen. You might want to involve HR with some of the administrative tasks and whatnot, but it's not something you just dump on the human resources department and go about business as usual. The other thing you want to make sure to do in the same vein is to have all of the details regarding severance pay, the continuation of health benefits, retirement benefits, anything like that, employee assistance and outplacement services. All those details should be ironed out and be able to be distributed in one, informational packet. This isn't the time to say you'll get back to someone with details about severance pay or whatnot. This is a life-altering decision that you've probably had to make that affects this employee and their family, and so all of that stuff should be ironed out up front. We really want to remember in this unfortunate scenario that employees aren't going to remember the day they were hired at your company, but they most certainly are going to remember this day. They're going to most certainly remember the day that they were part of a mass layoff, and that goes for both the people affected by the layoff and the people who were not affected by the layoff. As they see their colleagues packing up belongings and whatnot, they'll remember how those people were treated. And so if you do things the right way, it can be an experience for everyone. Although it's not going to be a comfortable one or an enjoyable one, you can get past it and move the business back towards achieving the objectives and hitting those financial targets.